What is going on? January 2nd, Thursday, 2025. And I am back at the vlog here. I didn't have to wait 50 minutes for the financial aid people. And we had a decent conversation regarding the financial aid. So I have to I cannot get financial aid apparently. Because of the amount of classes I've taken in Nova back in Virginia, for the people that are keeping track with my vlogs, my awesome vlogs, obviously. And so with that being said, with the FAFSA, I already filled out, the financial aid, whatever it stands for, for financial aid, basically, for college and whatnot. So I basically need to do a thing called SAP appeal because of the classes. I have too many classes I've taken. It's like I have like 69 plus, so like 70 something now with my 6 credits this semester, basically. So 69 plus 6 basically is what, 75, I think, if I did the math right. But yeah, so I have too many classes, too many credits and whatnot. And therefore, they're saying that I can't get financial aid. It's whatever, It's just kind of unfortunate in a sense. And so I got to do a thing called SAP appeal, which basically, determines if I can get financial aid, I suppose. I don't know what's the difference there, as I still have those credit hours, I don't know what's the change or whatever. Which I don't understand at the moment. Whatever additional thing that goes on, So anyways, that's what's going on. And then, so, I don't know what it was. I had the giggles, man. This guy named Mark that was explaining these things to me while my mind was getting raped, basically, through mind control and whatnot. All this nonsense, I couldn't stop laughing. I don't know why. It was just so hilarious. And then he seems like in his, like, maybe 40s, maybe, or 30s or 40s, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he's my age group, possibly, or a little bit older, possibly. Is how I feel I meant about him, And so he's a student here too, apparently. So I was trying to think in my brain. I was like, oh, he's just a student too, a fellow student, So laughing out loud and whatnot, it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? I'm not being disrespectful, but it's just easier to laugh because he's another peer, basically, another student, you know what I mean? So anyways, I was thinking that, but I was still being, trying to not sound disrespectful by laughing at people's faces, obviously. Some days I do, when I'm tortured and don't give a fuck about anything, honestly, But, yeah. When the line is pushed over for so many times and then you become suicidal, you really don't give a fuck about anything. If you do give a fuck, that's very, confusing. That's just very strange, I think. That means you're not pushed hard enough, in my opinion. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that was horrible of me just saying these kind of things. But that's what gang stalking does to people, my friends. It could be any day, you guys. Let the mind control mind come. My struggle. But anyways, that kind of nonsense, my friends, is you already know it. targetedjustice.com. Please visit, check it out. Take 5 minutes to read those information. They touch your yoo-hoo or your goo-goo or your schlungs or whatever bullocks, all that nonsense. Yeah, welcome to the party, and then holding up signs like 10 years later, crying and like, oh my god, Daniel Chungo Kim, the target individual that talked about it on YouTube, I should have listened, instead of taking 5 minutes. I like he said, just playing video games or watching porno, I should have looked at that stuff and awared myself and got some like armor and defenses up, basically. Hey, when that happens, it's too late, man. I'm telling you. I mean, there's still defenses and there groups and like NAMI for people with mental illnesses, or therapists and medicine and all that. It sucks though when you're on it. I'm telling you. It sucks at first, really sucks. The antipsychotics, they're strong, they hurt, they make you pace back and forth, all kinds of nonsense. And then you get used to it, and then your body feels good, basically. So anyways, I forgot what else I was going to say, but anyways, So that's what happened with Mr. Mark and I. And then I saw this lovely woman from GBS high school that my buddy named Alex Caswell, that somehow is a douchebag for some odd reason all of a sudden, when I was like best friends with him back in high school, moons and moons ago, 10 billion years ago basically. He's a Russian guy with a accent basically, but more American than most Americans, maybe, if I said it right, possibly. Married to a Chinese woman now, apparently, and didn't invite me to his wedding or anything, basically. Maybe because of gang stalking, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe we were really good friends, possibly. Maybe that's what it means. I don't know what it is. But I remember him driving me after school every day, basically, to my house, and whatnot. If that's not a friend, I don't know what to say, right? We went to movie theaters together as friends and hung out and whatnot, ate at the lunch table and everything. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't add me on Facebook, and I mentioned it to him. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? You're not adding me on Facebook. It's kind of strange, He's like, oh no, it's my secret and this and that and some kind of bullshit basically. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on, right? So that's another weird thing. Matthew Kim, I already talked about, my cousin with the cops. Who else is there? James Jang, the William and Mary guy with the baby, DC or something nonsense with Kakao Talk that I talked about, the Korean messaging app, and then in person, and then Alex Caswell. All family and friends so far. It's really hurtful. That's what gang stalking does, I'm telling you. They come at you with the mind, the body, the spirit, the people, the family, people you care about mostly. They come at you with those kind of people, and they divide and conquer you. All kinds of hurtful stuff, So anyways, yeah, my friend named Alex Caswell, I don't know where he lives now. Where was he? So we both met in Illinois in high school, GBS, Glenbrook South High School. And then, so anyways, I don't know. He's happy now with his little wife or whatever, his Chinese wife, as a Russian American, and doesn't talk to me anymore. He blocked me on Instagram was it Twitter or Instagram? One of those, messaging apps. I think it was, what was it? Or, I don't know, whatever, right? Whatever messaging app, basically. The mind control's telling me to not say it, apparently. I gotta obey it sometimes. Because, I see people get hurt if I don't listen to it or something in my brain, that is. Like, I know, you're like, what? What are you talking about? Why don't you ignore that, It's fake, basically, right? But it feels so real. That's why it's crazy, Like, you see them crying, like, literally in your freaking face. You know what I mean? And you're like, what the hell? Like, you could have done something differently for them to not get hurt, even though they're artificial intelligent beings. It's like spanking ChatGPT in the booty for not explaining things to you, right? That kind of nonsense. You know what I mean? So anyways, with that being said, Alex Caswell, that's what happened. And then the lovely person, the female that I've forced it to kind of get close, basically. And actually saw her butt naked, literally, while I was showering, through my own body. I was like, what the hell is this, Yes, I watched porno. Yes, all that kind of garbage. But it was still, uncomfortable, all right? Even if they look good looking or whatever, it's just like, what the heck? This is not porn, This is real, like, people. If that kind of makes sense. Yes, porno, yes, they're real people too, but you get what I mean? It's just, I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, yeah, that remember that motel, the story I told you guys about, where Batman and the room, I think it was that motel, with the room and then the pick size heart and Drew West coming to hammer everybody basically, and Batman like spanking him basically and whatnot. And that motel basically, I was taking a shower, I was exhausted from torment, walking around, wasting life and energy and everything. And then I'm taking a shower, just exhausted. And then voila, mind controlled, mind rape, basically. See, the girl's name is Jessie Fine from high school. Good looking lad or whatever, And then I saw her naked through my own body. I was like, what is this? I'm like, man. And when I was in jail, I think, it was a jail or a mental hospital, one of those two. I she was like, the mind control was like putting her near my, my body basically again. And I was like, man, you guys are pathetic. Like, like this kind of stuff, to see how I would react, or, it was just so stupid basically. Anyways, yeah, that was years ago, and those things have happened, and it could be anybody. Yes, it's my scythe finger. Do you see it? Because I got it cut off by a scythe, kind of from gang stalkers. They cut it off basically. They brought a knife out, they pulled it out, and they cut my index finger off. I'm just kidding. I'm just a joke. The story is, when I was a kid, when I don't think I was a TI, I went to the farm, my grandpa's family farm basically in Korea, and then there's like cows and whatnot, and chickens and dogs and whatever, in a farm, like, farm obviously. And then I felt, kind of sad, and like, felt bad for the animals, because I love animals a lot, right? And then there was hay basically, what cows eat, So I put the hay, and there was like a scythe, like a curved kind of knife or whatever, right? I slid in the hay, and I accidentally, as a 6-year-old kid, slided my index finger in with the hay, and then chop, and then that's what happens. And then my piece of that finger is somewhere lost. Maybe the cows, accidentally, ate it or something. I have no idea. I couldn't find it, to bring it to the hospital. Obviously, I remember going to the hospital. They dipped my finger in some kind of ointment or something, and that was basically it. And ever since, then my finger has like a scythe kind of beret, or a scythe kind of shape, kind of looks like, in my honest opinion. Little bit, if you see it. Beret, kind of, yep. And I was in the army, and my Korean name is to serve the nation. So I did the 3 triple right there: the scythe finger, the beret finger, serve my nation, Korean name, Chunguk basically, and bang, army, U.S. Army. So anyways, that's the story, folks. Another day of another stories of what I see. You can call it hallucinations, but it's mind control basically. That's the facts. And yeah, with the guy, oh yes, and that's where I saw the Jesse Fine. That is why I'm bringing that up basically. She was in my peripheral vision, next to that Mark guy basically, that was sitting down and explaining things to me earlier regarding financial aid. And so I, therefore brought, her back into the story. I remember another time in Wells Fargo, the bank that I think I'm stupid saying all this personal info like that. Like all my college name, high school name, churches I go to, people's names that I meet and talk to, even my fucking bank, Hey, you know what? Go have at it. I have a card, and I have, PIN number. Long as I ask, don't call my college though, College of DuPage. Please do not call that school saying something about me, That's the only thing I ask. You can try to hack into my little credit card or whatever, or my Wells Fargo's bank account. It has all, password and everything, so I think I'm all good, honestly. So anyways, yes, it was in Wells Fargo's bank. I'm hallucinating, seeing crap basically due to mind control, gang stalking another day basically of nonsense. And then I see Jessie Fine, the girl basically, the fox-like looking girl, in my opinion. So she's there, and then she's like trying to get the money from the bank, like rob the money or something to it, or if not rob, she was trying to get the money, a lot of money from the bank, and then give it to me basically. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm not stupid, that's not gonna happen, honestly. I'm not going to no prison, and not only that, it's fake basically. It's fake as AIDS, that's not gonna happen. You get what I mean? But anyways, that's what I saw. This was years ago, and that's another. What do you call those? Is it mirages, or what do you when some kind of scene happens? When you enter a room or something, and some kind of story happens. You get what I mean? So many of those in my life due to gang stalking and mind control. sometimes it's fun, sometimes this crap is retarded and funny, and I just laugh at it, and sometimes it's wicked scary and insane and satanic and crazy at times. Anyways, guys, what else is there? I gotta get going soon. I think it's already like almost 5. Gotta go home soon to just be at home. My dad has a curfew at this age, sadly. But anyways, I prayed to God, and was wondering if the librarian kind of job, or could it be a business consultant job, Harvard. I was actually thinking of trying out, starting over with the classes that I got seasoned and retaking it and then acing them basically, and then raising that 3.0 GPA to 3.7 at least, and then applying to Harvard and taking extracurricular classes and all these nice things that Harvard likes, or whether Ivy Leagues likes, or whatever, for business consultant or culinary chef, or what's the other one, Hollywood director. Those are the things that I'm interested in, kind of. I'm not certain, I'm not sure, kind of, as in the money sounds amazing. Business consultant, you can make $400,000 a year, which is great. Hollywood director, one good movie, one hit, millions of dollars are set, great. It's not all about the money, but it's still nice. Money is still, thankful in a sense, if that kind of makes sense. What else is there? Culinary chef too. If you work at a five-star restaurant or something, you probably make a lot of money too. And so the money is there for all three of them, and then it's exciting for Hollywood director. Possibly you're directing people to act, in certain ways, and the stories that you make, if you make your own movie, you know what I mean. And then that kind of fun in your brain, basically, creativity and all that kind of jazz. And then hiring people to act in certain ways, and then making a script, a movie out of it, whatever genres and whatever, that kind of fun. And I was thinking about Disney earlier. I love Disney, obviously. Growing up, obviously, Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon, and Fox Channel for what is it called, the W Kids or whatever it's called, WB Kids, I think, or something like that. Back in Berkeley's Channel 5, I believe, and I can't remember, Channel 64 or something, which was like Nickelodeon, and like 62 was like Cartoon Network or something like that. 66 or 65 was Disney Channel, if I'm right. This was like in 1990s, so this was like a very long time ago, when we were good, young, innocent, and thought life was amazing, until you found out, even here in the red, white, and blue, the country that you served with, all this, freedom and fights and all that, against, for liberty and justice and all that we have in the, what do you call it? The American, what is it called? The liberty, justice, and for all. What is it called? The American, what is it called? The thing you say in elementary school, I pledge allegiance. The allegiance, I think. The pledge allegiance. That's what it's called. Oh, that took a while. But anyways, that nation and you, that story of those kind of horrible websites where, the tour or something like that, if that makes sense. And just stuff like that, basically. Horrible, scary stories that you would never think that kind of stuff would exist in this beautiful nation called US of A. And it happens. And yes, you think, because you're an Asian guy, so that's why you're a minority, so it's easier for you to get picked on, It's like black people and still, or whatever, and white people got the white privilege, with the things in America, as the founding fathers are all white and whatnot, except, or founding fathers are, actually, I meant all the presidents are white, I meant, except one black president, Barack Obama, obviously. But so anyways, with that being said, though, what my point is that TIs, a lot of white people are TIs too. These perps, they don't give a rat's ass if you're white, black, or orange or anything. They see you as a sex toy. They're gonna fuck you up. They're gonna take what they want, and they're gonna rape your mind and your body and spirit. And then they love it. They're literally satanic little shitheads, little fucks basically. They will rape you and do horrible things with the mind control and degrade you. And now I'm losing my train of thought of what I wanted to say. But that's how nasty they are. They're wicked. They're literally just satanic. They're just evil, pure evil. Those kind of scumbags are in your intelligence agencies. It could be your neighbors, whatever. You get what I'm saying? They are doing this to the world, to the people of the Americans, or the people of the Koreas, the allies, or other nations. Israel, is that an ally country? I have no idea. I'm bad with these things. I don't really know. I'm not really educated in these things, but you get my point. Finland or whatever. Who cares, but you know what I mean. And so, this, my friends, this kind of horrible nightmare is going on, and my mentality is like bad Santa basically. I just give zero fucks sometimes due to the torment, or that guy from GTA that literally jizzes and wipes the jizz on the wall basically in his bathroom. I literally, due to this torment, as embarrassing as this is, and TMI basically, I was literally so fucked up. Excuse my French and my language. I hope no kids watch my stuff, but I hope they do at the same time, to aware, of what's going on in the U.S. and the world, basically. But, yeah, so, I'm losing my mind right now. I can't remember. They did something to my brain just now. And they make you feel it, too, when this stuff happens on purpose, to be like, hey, what are you going to do about it, That kind of stuff, basically. Yeah, what am I going to do about it? That's true. All I do is carry the cross and just believe in God, and one day he's going to just hammer the crap out of you guys, literally to death, and burn you to eternity, basically. That's all I hope for, and read the book of Psalms and the Bible and all those nice things and those powerful things, basically. And so, what was I saying? I'm losing my thought train here. Just getting kind of carried away with this kind of emotions due to, how effed up it is and whatnot, What else is there, folks, that I was saying? Cannot remember. I can't remember. COD, help me. Oh my god, my school name is COD, seriously, College with DuPage. I just kind of realized that in a sense. I'm sure I knew this before, but due to the ECT treatment, I'm kind of forgetting the memories. COD, Call of Duty. Like, what the hell? It's always like this kind of stuff. It's like something that is like College of DuPage COD, or what is another example? You get my point, right? Like these kind of things all the time. It happens all the freaking time to me. It's crazy, It's just so much. I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm just leaving it, every little thing, through the vlogs, and for people, the viewers that hopefully are safe, undetected from the radar, basically, from these little perps and these scumbags, can hear all these things and be aware of it. And then one day if it happens, you will know exactly what it is, and at least be ready in a sense, somehow, not somehow, but somewhat. You get what I mean? With the hospitals, therapists, medicine, groups, targeted justice, letters to Congress and people, obviously, to fight the battle, basically. IC3.Gov for FBI. What else is there? There's many. There's so many, I've done it all, though. Almost all. Like, I would say literally, I tried at least 100,000%. But maybe 70, 80%, truthfully. I didn't write letters to Congress yet or something like that. I think I emailed them, if I might be correct, possibly. Talked to intelligence agents like Karen Melton Stewart, ex-NSA. Robert Duncan, that got murdered in his 50s, on Facebook as well. I talked to Dr. John Hall. I called his office, but they said they were going to call me, but they never did. But who else is there? Ella Free, another TI, basically. Who else is there? There's so many people. I've talked to many people. I've reported to IC3.Gov. Reported to police. I told my doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists. I don't know if I told any professors yet, possibly. Pastors I spoke to, I think, about it too. Church members. Internet, obviously, YouTube and bodybuilding forums like New Misc, basically, and Reddit, obviously. And the list goes on. I've done everything you can literally do, you know. Lawyers, I don't know if I try to sue, you know, stuff like that, you know. Oh, yes, I did actually. So I did the lawyer part too. I tried to hire a lawyer, apparently, to sue my school, Nova, for suspending me wrongly of 3 years over nothing, basically. 3 years, like, you know, bachelor's degree right there, basically, you know. You know what I mean? 1 year short, though, but you get what I mean. I try to, you know, it would have been defamation and I would have most likely won, but due to statute of limitation, due to my mental status being really bad, even with that kind of fact, they want to take the case, basically, that due to the statute of limitations. Isn't that odd? Is that really the way it is here in the US? Because that's bogus, you know. But hey, I tried with the lawyers. There's a great app called what is it called, Ask Law or something like that, or something to that app, where there's a bunch of lawyers and you can talk to them and then, you know, ask questions and stuff like that. I can't remember exactly. Some awesome apps like that, Ask Law or something. I can't remember. I have it on my phone, but I don't remember exactly. You know, it's just very easy. Just look up, you know, if I were to give you guys recommendation on apps, just go on the app store, and look for the what do you call that? The content creators? No, not the content creators. It's like special kind of, you know, apps, basically. That's like specialized, like, you know, put up, basically, that is a really good app, you know. They have like for example, they will put bold words, and like, just an example, not exactly like this, but they will it could be bold words, you know, and every other apps might be not bold words, you know, or italicized basically. Like, they have that, you know, that specific, you know, type that, you know, not explains, but has those kind of apps, you know. So look into that. Rocket Money is another app that I would recommend. It's really good. It will show you what kind of money you're, you know, using, basically spending, basically, and the list goes on, you know. Ask Law, I think that's what it is. I don't remember. I asked those questions to you know, there's like vets, not only lawyers. There's all kinds of services. It's really amazing. I thought it was really useful. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so I've done basically everything you can do, and also went on radio, what is it called, not radio, or did I go on radio? I don't think I went, the only time I went on radio, this is not when I was a TI, I don't think, but when I spoke with Jason Genova, the Misker, the troll, basically, that has kind of like Down syndrome in a sense, possibly, you know, something to it, you know. But anyways, yes, I spoke with him on the radio, and I said, do you chug like a gallon of like purple, you know, drink or something like that, just kind of goofing around, you know, as fellow Misker, you know. For the Miskers, I know what I'm talking about, obviously. This was years ago. Why am I mentioning Jason all of a sudden? I'm trying to remember now. What's the reason of Jason? Why am I mentioning Jason, though? I don't know. Oh yes, radio. That's right. So I went on radio one time in my life. I thought that was pretty cool. With Jason, basically, answering people's questions, Q&A or whatever, basically, or the meet and greet or something like that, you know. But anyways, this was years ago, and that's what happened. And the phone calls, you know. That's what I was trying to actually say. Phone calls of like Ella Free used to be a big one. And like other you know, hosts and whatnot. I remember another guy that was in Massachusetts that I went on his show. Well, not show. Why am I keep saying show? But the phone calls, basically. You dial a number, is how it works. You dial a specific number, then you get into their like server or something, and then there's a bunch of people that are, in it basically, and then you talk to each other basically. They have that on, like once a week or twice a week or 7 days a week or whatever, and so those are the ways to defeat gang stalking in a sense, all those kind of methods basically. And you don't have to necessarily be a TI to join. You can just be aware of this kind of stuff and have knowledge and just join, and just talk to people like us. We don't mind talking to people that knows these things, like us, you know what I mean? So anyways, that was a mouthful again. A lot of stuff I just said. Whew. Oh yeah, I don't know. I heard Dwayne Johnson earlier. He was like constantly saying into my brain, "You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome." I'm like, what is he saying you're welcome for? What is he doing for me possibly, I wonder, And I said thank you many times, but I don't know what was happening that he was saying you're welcome to me. The rock, what is it called? What is that phrase that he says? He says, do you smell what the rock is cooking or something like that? Do you smell something like that? I think the rock is cooking. I think that's what he says possibly in WWE, and John Cena with the can't see this. John Cena, I can't see this. Dwayne Johnson and John Cena, can't see this. Oh man, oh my God, Edward Hines Jr. is calling me again. I don't know what's going on. I already talked to the people there earlier. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, John Cena from WWE Echo, World Echo, or what is it? In Phenonics or whatever the heck it's called, the army thing. What is it? Wu-Tang Clan? Wu-Tang Clan. Oh yeah, when I was in jail, this guy that looked like Luis Guajardo, the Mexican guy that was in the army, that was in E5, that this staff duty like every day for some whatever reason I meant. He a guy that looked just like him basically, if not it was him possibly through the mind control, was a guard, right? And he would be like, oh my God, now I just forgot. What is it called? Wu-Tang Clan, yes. He was like, Wu-Tang Clan, and I was like, that's like, what is it? What does this mean, I'm more of an Eminem fan and Tupac and Snoop Dogg and 50 and those kind of guys. I listen to Wu-Tang. It's whatevs. I don't understand what it means possibly if they were trying to connect me with Wu-Tang Clan or something. I saw them through the AI stuff, and they were like fighting in a interesting like that martial arts where they fight like in a dancing way basically. It felt like that basically with the Wu-Tang Clan guys through this mind control. I was like, what does this mean, But anyways, yeah. Guajardo looking guard was like, Wu-Tang Clan, and I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck is he saying? Oh my Lord. And then another time, so I'm like sitting still basically in jail, all tormented and all fucked in the brain basically due to mind control and scared shitless at times in jail, And then don't drop the soap though. I'm just kidding. Don't get mad now. Some guys I remember the one CIA guy that I read on the Twitter or something was like, people that talk about dropping the soap should never joke about that kind of stuff. You know how serious that is. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know it was that serious in a sense. I mean, you can obviously see why it could be serious, that kind of sexual attacks and whatnot, obviously. Being real in prison too, obviously. But anyways, with that being said, yeah, apparently that CIA guy or FBI or NSA, I don't know which agencies he was in, but he went to prison and basically talked about that eventually when he got out. Is how I remember him, I think, online that I came across randomly. Or not randomly, because the gang stalkers wanted me to read it or something maybe. Like I remember in Nova, the intelligence agencies I was interested in were there, the recruiting basically. My buddy, or not buddy or whatever I suppose, that made like moaning noise in ITP class. I remember ITP or ITN class for, information technology major, basically. He was right behind me making moaning noise. I was like, the fuck is this going? Why is he doing that, But anyways, he's kind of like a Harry Potter looking style, basically. Kind of European kind of feels, But anyways, but he dressed up really nice with a suit on for the intelligence agencies thing. He smokes cigarettes all the time and whatnot. And he looked kind of cool there, in my opinion, with the suit on, and Anyway, so the story is we went to the intelligence agency's, recruiting thing in Nova. Basically, this was moons and moons ago, or stars and stars ago, and so there was like FBI. There was like, what else is there? Something else that I've never heard of. Defense, basically. I think they're all defense. I don't know. I have no idea. But what is it? There's FBI, NSA, CIA. That's like the only things that I know on top of my head, There's like obviously so much more, So, but the mind control is like, go for the one that's, not CIA or FBI or NSA, but something else. It was like a defense thing, or something else. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I want to join the FBI, because like in movies and stuff, and with a suit on, and it looks kind of cool. I trolled, basically. I was just kind of goofing around years ago. I bought a suit too, and I posted like on Facebook with a suit on, and with my fingers like that or something to it, basically saying, hands up, FBI, hands up, just goofing around, on the Facebook. But anyways, what happened was, okay, so in the intelligence agencies, I looked at the FBI. I wanted to join the FBI, like I said. So I saw them that were recruiting the FBI, and they were like, "Oh, not us," is what I heard through the mind, basically. And I was like what, All you need is a bachelor's degree and try out, basically, It's I'm not trying to disrespect the intelligence agencies, but you get what I'm saying. So, anyways, with that being said, the guy's like the FBI guy that's recruiting, right? He says, "Why me?" Like that Tedron kid in the Facebook in church on this cover photo. It says, "Why me?" So I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean, why me? Why me what? Like, what does that mean? What are you going through possibly? What could it mean? And the FBI guy, he didn't say it verbally out loud. He said it through the mind control. So it could not possibly even be really him. It could be fake maybe. Or it really is him. I don't know. But he's like, why me? Because I was looking at him. Because the mind control is, seeing through my eyes and seeing and people, I'm literally mind controlled where my vision is all gray at times in Korea, literally, when I was laying down, in the mountains. And all kinds of shit, basically. So, hey, I'm not trying to harm anybody or, bring intel to the wrong group, obviously, that are, mind controlling me. But can't they mind control you, the FBI guy, and then just read your thoughts and know everything about it, without me having to, see you, basically, and didn't even ask any questions or anything anyways, You get what I mean? Is it just gaslighting to see how I would react? Like the Jesse Fine thing, a decent-looking girl or a good-looking girl, naked, basically, while I'm showering and through my own body to see how I would react, kind of thing. Is that all there is, You get what I mean? So anyways. Oh man, I need another coffee. This coffee is pretty good. With the coffee lid, I ripped it off because I didn't know that you're supposed to keep it on when you're using the coffee machine, And then I remember when I bought my first house, I didn't mention this yet, but the real estate agent named Betty Connell, I'm just going to mention everybody, I'm going to throw everybody under the bus with me, basically. We're going to go on the magic school bus together. Every one of us, la-di-da-di. Because I went through so much shit. We're all going through hell together. We're all going to go to hell together. You get what I'm saying? We're going to defeat this gang stalking, all of us together. So, don't get mad at me. Not that they don't already know me enough, As in, like, who I contacted, who I know and whatnot. So, don't get mad at me, And it's freedom of speech. You can suck it, basically. If you don't like it, then, I'm sorry, but this is my way of, kind of getting my frustrations out and, whatever, So, with that being said, the real estate agent, or the what is it called? The people that buy, sell the house for you, basically. Is it the real estate agent? Is that? I can't remember exactly if it was, but anyways, there was a woman that sold me a house in Front Royal, Cindy's Ways, the house that I bought, the first house in my life. It was like a $250,000 house, basically. And so, and yes, the voice of God wants to know, how did I pay for it? None of your business. But honestly, though, I'll tell you, serve in the military, get disability 100%, which is $3.6K, $3,700 or so every month. And then you can buy a house, basically, with a VA loan. That's how I did it, for the first time. I was proud of myself, and I was really happy, and I was grateful to God and everything, obviously, and so on. But anyways, with that being said, yes, her name is Betty Cano. And why am I mentioning? It's like the what's his name? What is his freaking names? James Yang. James Yang with the William and Mary, the story I already talked about. Matthew Kim, my cousin, who calling the cops, whoever it was in his family or whatnot. And Alex Caswell blocking me and talking about not accepting me on Facebook, same as Guajardo, not accepting me on Facebook. Something is going on, obviously, Something is definitely going on. You can be like, oh man, they're just, ignoring you or whatever. They may not like you. They may not like me. Why would they not like me? When I call Guajardo through Facebook messaging, he answers 99% of the time and we talk. Alex Caswell, he literally drove me to my dad's place back in Gregory Drive in Illinois, years ago that was, to let me go home, basically. So all these things are, answers, truth, basically. So what was I talking about, man? Gosh. Oh yes, Betty Cano, yes. Betty Cano, she's like, oh yeah, who cares about you, having keys or something like that for your house? Nobody's gonna, not nobody, but who cares, right? Who cares, right? Like she was like talking like that, saying those things as if, because I'm a TI, a gang stalking victim, and they already, know my mind, my body, my spirit, what they see through my eyes, everything about me, right? And so like it seemed like due to mind control is my obvious guess, that Betty Cano person was like, yeah, who cares, if somebody is so and so and so or whatever kind of thing, and so I was like, I was so numb, and I just needed shelter, basically. That's why I bought the house ASAP, I still, was kind of picky still, but, ASAP regardless. But anyways, I, bought the house, and I was numb, so I kind of ignored. Otherwise, I would have been like, why are you saying that at least? Or what do you mean by that? Explain, or something like that, But anyways, that's what happened. And then recently, she emailed me saying Happy New Year's or something, or Happy Birthday or something like that to me, out of nowhere, when she hasn't talked to me for years. So something is rising up. Something is going on here. Something is definitely going on. Or maybe that's the whole mind control thing, That's maybe the mind control thing to make you think something is really going on. And it feels like really something is going on when something is maybe really going on, but nothing is really going on, Possibly. I don't know. So anyways, guys, so that's what happened. Intelligence agencies, when I bought the house and I had all my folders and everything with the intel agencies and whatnot, the what do you call it, there was another organization, not the FBI, not the CIA, not the NSA, another organization that I don't know, what it's called. That guy would look sad, like the guy, he was another agent, basically, working for an organization. He looked sad, so I was like, what is it, what could it possibly mean, at that day, basically. I was like, what is it, what's going on, But anyways, yeah. And then, and back then in Nova, the intel agents that arrived, there was a female agent. Her face was literally all burnt. And I was like, dang, like, what's going on here? I was like, is it because of me, possibly, because of mind control, gang stalking? Or it just happens to be, But I just wanted to just say that. I don't know. I just remembered, But anyways, yeah. What else is there to talk about? I think I said a lot already. I'm seeing a lot of TMI stuff, whatever. I have a therapist for a reason. I just, 988 therapist. If you lose your mind and say a lot of things that you regret or don't want to say, possibly, out of, due to emotions or due to torment or whatever, 988 suicide prevention number, and Vets for Warriors. Whatever, you can just Google that number, or a therapist. Make sure you have a therapist, obviously, and take medicine, and then you will be God like me, basically. You have heavenly excuses. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, and nobody can say any fucking thing to you, basically. So yeah. So anyways, guys, yeah, a lot of stuff have been said. I need to get going home soon because it's almost 5 possibly. I hope it's not that late. What else is there? What else is there to talk about? One more thing maybe. Let's see. We talked about Betty Connor. We talked about Jesse Fine. We talked about Alex Caswell again. We talked about James Yang again. We talked about Matthew Kim again. I just saw the guy that was in AIT with, the Hispanic guy. I think maybe he's Mexican. He's about like 5'3", little stocky, I don't know what it means. Good to see him again, I guess. But yeah, seems like a nice guy. Mind you, I was numb in the brain when I joined. 5'8", 100 pounds, sadly. Otherwise, right now, like me, I'm sure we will be pretty chill, basically. I think. As soon as I said that, I had the feelings, emotions. Apparently, the voice of God said they just died or something for me. This is the kind of madness I'm dealing with. This is how I've been surviving in a sense too. It's really sad, It's really like, what can I do? What can I do? I'm just stating facts, literally, Lord in heavens, my mom is tormented. I am tormented. I say things. Somebody fights for me and dies for me. I mean, holy jolly gully. But we're veterans in a sense. Maybe he's still in the service. I don't know what it means he died for me. Maybe the AI him died for me. Obviously, the real him has no recollections or possibly even remember who I am. Back then, at least, is my guess. I have no idea. It's been 10 plus years ago. Very, very long time ago. And so anyways, guys, yeah. That's about it. I think I'm gonna go back home and maybe vlog more there. So sadly, I don't want to be at home, honestly. I like being out here. I might stream, what is it called? Poe 2 again. Or mukbang later, obviously, for dinner, maybe. Just every meal I eat, I'm just video recording for... Hey, excuse me, what time is it? What time is it? 6 o'clock? Oh my god, okay, thank you. Alright, my dad's probably infuriated right now because it's already this late. Yeah, I gotta sign out. Alright, please subscribe, like, and comment. I'm probably gonna get my ass chewed, basically, going home because I'm, late. But my excuse is, obviously, I went here to, register for classes, and it took a long time, I suppose, in a sense. Whatever, It's like, I had no idea it's already 6 o'clock. Man, I am so tired of living in my parents' house at this age. I wish I had my own place, I could afford it in a sense, but I don't know what's stopping me in a sense. I have like no money, basically. That's one answer. That's one reason. TMI, I guess, or not TMI, whatever. Don't care. But anyways, yeah, at the moment's... Where in the hell is the place? Alright, guys. Subscribe, like, and comment. Happy New Year's once more, 100 times over. I hope Father in heaven and Jesus will, bless us all, accordingly. And hopefully I can make it big like Mr. Beast or Speed or whatever, whatever other guys, basically. And so the message can be really sent. Maybe filter some of the words and stuff, obviously. But right now, everything is all raw, 100% real of who I am and what I say, basically. No BS, none of that, So I hope you appreciate the a fence, basically. A fence, you know? You know what I mean? So anyways, where is it? Oh my god, I can't even find it. But anyways, yeah. Signing out, bye.